Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Great Change Wrestling, aka GCW. It has been a long time since we have been around, you guys. It's been a very long time, and I can't wait to announce the future of what this year is going to be like on 26. But before I do that, make sure you check out our recent pay per view shows of GCW Opportunity Crisis and GCW, our most recent one, GCW Mortal Kombat, here on our YouTube channel. Also, check out our Instagram with lowercase GCW underscore the great with DA, the great change underscore change. Make sure you guys follow that as well. And again, we are here to announce some great things for the future here of Great Change Wrestling. And here they are, as we're gonna announce them slowly a little bit, as I'm gonna announce my plans for this year and what our pay-per-views are gonna be going forward for the rest of this year, and our most important pay-per-views coming soon. But we are going to announce the very first show, a little bit of details of what the first show is going to look like for the fans. Here they are, as we have the GCW Strong Heart Finals. For the second annual of the GCW Strong Heart Finals, the winner of this GCW Strong Heart Finals will face the GCW Strong Heart champion, Elijah King, who has been one of the most dominant champions here in GCW, almost close to beating the record as the longest reigning GCW Strong Heart champion in the history. Now, but that is for later on tonight. The title match for that will be decided in the next upcoming weeks. Also, we have the GCW Women's World Championship defense, and the second defense between the newly crowned first women's champion, Mizuki, as she takes on none other than Lucy Sky, one of the growing pillars here in Great Change Wrestling. Can't wait to see that match. That's going to be a hell of a match for sure to look forward to. As we have also a big return coming to GCW coming soon, which will be announced on the show day going into next month. Also, we have a GCW Tag Team Titles match to crown the new GCW Tag Team Champions, which will be announced in the next upcoming weeks going into this next month. And also a GCW Special Showcase match for the future of GCW's talent and for the brand entirely. So can't wait to see what that match is going to be like. Also, we are on the road, and this is very important. We are on the road to one of the greatest pay-per-views in GCW history. We are on the road to GCW Great Change, our WrestleMania themed pay-per-view, one of the biggest GCW shows in the wrestling community of call. And yeah, I'm gonna say this is the show of shows. This is where the best come out. This is where all the title matches and feuds boil over. This is the big show, and you do not want to miss that, as it'll be our third anniversary of this show, and it'll be our first live showcase of this amazing show that I have planned here for this next show. Anyway, before that happens, though, we will have ourselves introducing our second match card for the next week after our first one, but a introduction to one of our first pay-per-views, as we have two World Title Contenders Series matches, two matches that will determine to crown the newly GCW World Champion, going to one of our first shows, GCW New Horizons. That will be our Royal Rumble themed pay-per-view, and it'll take place in New York City. That is right. The first stop is in New York City, as we will be taking it to none other than not just New York City, but one of the most famous places in New York and possibly the entire world, Times Square. That is right. We will be live in Times Square showcasing the New Horizon, the New Horizon pay-per-view, which will be posted on our Instagram eventually. So make sure you guys tune in for that. That is going to be for sure one of the very first stops to Great Change. Also, which is also to be announced. Also, the matches, the World Title Contenders matches to be announced, are none other than a worthy contender for the World Heavyweight Championship for the longest time, the Strong Heart champion Elijah King versus none other than Aaron Danger, the former GCW World Champion, a first time ever clash between these two. I am very excited for this feud coming into this future here in GCW for the very first time. Also, we will have none other than Lord Eternal, one of the longest GCW Heritage Champions in history, coming for the World Heavyweight title for the very first time in his career as he takes on none other than the returning Shane Bourne, which is going to be very shocking when he comes back, as of course it'll be payback since the last time these two have faced off. Those are the two matches for the World Heavyweight title for for a shot at the GCW World Heavyweight titles. The finals of those two matches, the winners of those two matches will meet at GCW New Horizons here in New York City for at Times Square for the world title. Also, we have none other than to finish off with our second card. We have none other than the GCW Heritage Champion that will make his showcase. The man that defeated Lord Eternal will make his appearance in our second episode. In our second show episode, as he will take on someone which it will not be announced yet till later on, but we'll see who he faces. We also have the 2K title will be on the line as well. It is also confirmed that Jackson Archer, the former GCW 2K champion, will be using his rematch clause for New Horizons. So again, he will get his rematch clause at New Horizons for the 2K title. We also have none other than the returning GCW Strongheart champion and former finalist of the World Greatness Tournament, none other than Mr. Tony Plank himself, the Plank Man, as he will be returning to face none other than the newly crowned GCW middleweight champion, none other than Valentino Black. We will see who comes up top when it comes to those matches as well. Again, our second pay per view will be known as Road to Glory, one of the oldest pay per views here in GCW history. Has it's been around for the longest time, man. It's just been a phenomenal. It was always a phenomenal show to compete at. 9 anniversary shows. This will be the ninth anniversary show. It was known to be a part of EWF, one of the longest leagues in wrestling league history, on and off for almost 8 years. Unfortunately, GCW did own it for a while, but unfortunately had to close its doors because we felt that it was the right thing to do, and we couldn't continue with the operations for EWF. But that does not mean that the legacy of EWF does not live on throughout the former superstars of EWF and throughout GCW, as we will continue to, you know, um, give their memory, some remembrance going forward. Anyway, yeah, that'll be our second pay per view. It's the ninth anniversary, and hopefully we will have 10th and Road to Glory 10 coming out next year as well. Can't wait to see what that show's gonna look like. And then finally, we have Great Change, the show of shows, the biggest pay per view in wrestling call history. You don't want to miss that for the third anniversary of Great Change. But none other than that, we have an announcement to reveal to. We have a special caller to come out and reveal his voice and a new interesting partnership for GCW going into the future. And here we are. Yo.
Hello?
Yep, hello.
Hey, what is going on?
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, here is none other than the LPW, the legendary pro wrestling owner and soon to be partner of this amazing adventure for the Wrestling Revolutionary Alliance, Mr. Lupo. How you doing, sir?
I'm excited. I'm sorry I couldn't be here in person. I am actually, while you are letting the audience know about this alliance, I want everybody to know that right now, while we're actually speaking, I am renovating the LPW arena. That's right. We are back and better, and we are ready to take over this thing. I am glad to be here.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see what both our companies of what we will do, though. But I just had to announce this, great news, and hopefully we get something going for for this alliance, and yeah, I can't wait to see what we're going to do
Definitely,
with this
definitely.
for
I
sure.
mean, I just put my bets in with my bookie this morning. I know everybody, all the promotions this weekend especially, are going to be pretty backed up. I mean, come on, it's Mania weekend, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah. Shout
for
out
the
Mania
most part,
weekend.
right. For the most part, man, I'm excited to get this thing going. This is just the beginning, and that's what I want everybody to know is that this isn't. I mean, there's so many run of the mill promotions out there, but the thing that's gonna make us stand apart. And I know I've told you this, and
Yeah,
behind closed doors is the community. In the end, it's about all the guys that walk into the locker room and put their bodies on the line for our entertainment and for our joy. And it's because of them that we're able to keep the doors open on this thing. So I'm excited to get going, man.
yeah. No, I'm interested to see what both our companies will be able to accomplish together, and for the future of what this community can turn out to be great in its entirety for sure. Though,
Definitely.
any last things or any special things you are intending to work on for LPW?
Well, we just got over these settlements with the previous networks. You know how that was. If you guys have been following LPW for a while, which you should if you haven't, uh, first and foremost, I want to thank the community, and it's because of you guys that we're able to come back. And I'm excited, man. Behind closed doors, we're halfway done with a couple filming sessions. We've had a couple matches done, and we're ready to get going. And as far as it goes, if you want to be a part of this, now's the time to jump in. We're gonna go forward, but right now is the epitome of what's going to be the future stars. We are making them right now. So if you guys want to get on board, y'all need to get on right now. And this is just like I said at the beginning. We have big plans. All the platforms that you can imagine, we're going to be on them. Your Twitch, your YouTube, we're going to be on them. We're taking over. We're not here to play games with everybody.
That's right. That's right. Yes, that is right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming to this press conference, and we can't wait to do more and to showcase our talents as both, greatness comes with this alliance, and it'll come more into this future. And Mr. Lupo, I'm very excited to be working with you and cannot wait to see, how we're gonna make some greatness together. In all
Oh, we're going to
honesty.
make some magic, and I know there's going to be chaos in between, but I am excited to get started. And anybody who's ready to get on board, like I said, now's the time. We're going to be taking over this thing, and by next year, this whole press conference is going to be a lot of
Yeah,
going to be looking back and seeing that this was the start. So get in while you can, folks. We're happy to get this going. GCW, LPW, taking over the game. As simple as that. Anybody else can eat shit. Oops.
but yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys follow the Wrestling Revolutionary Alliance here on our Instagram as well. That is our official Instagram page. Again, the Wrestling Revolutionary Alliance. And make sure to tune into next month because, again, we are going to announce the official first GCW card coming soon. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. And in GCW, only the strong survive. Thank you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next month.
Peace.